cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified when we upload a new video. Recently, Draymond Green was on a podcast, I believe it's called Uninterrupted or something like that. Anyway, he was asked who his top 5 players were. His GOAT, his number 1, was LeBron James. To each their own, not my choice. But what really stuck me was a particular comment he said about LeBron James following saying that Bron was his GOAT. Check it out.
My top 5 is LJ number 1, MJ number 2, Kobe number 3, Steph number 4, and Shaq number 5.
Okay. You got Bron first.
Yes, because what Bron has done, like when you talk about Cicely Tyson,
yeah,
Bron started in 03. By 2005, Bron was the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
In 2020, he was still the best player in the NBA. He was the best player in the NBA no matter what the game did. The game went from 2 slugs, like slow big man, to like a stretch 4 big man, to like back to 2 big man, to like big man.
Me and you out there playing the phone.
Facts.
And he's been the best no matter what. When you look at
This podcast had a lot of stuff that I thought Draymond Green was a little bit out of bounds, in my opinion. But I'm sick and tired of people keep saying that LeBron was the best player in the league by time his 2nd or 3rd year came around. What the hell are people talking about? Oh my God. Did Kobe Bryant not exist in 2005? He said Bron was the best from 05 to 2020. Did Kobe Bryant not exist in 2005? Kobe Bryant, at the time, 3-time champion, multiple first-time all-defensive selections, one of the great closers in the league, scores, all-around players, defenders, was not in the league. Somebody tell me if I'm crazy. Please. I hear a lot of analysts say this on TV too. By LeBron's 2nd year, he was already the best player in the league and never looked back. Nobody was even close. What? Oh my God. Dude, LeBron didn't even start playing defense until around 2008, 2009, after he spent some time with Kobe Bryant in the Summer Olympics and got a glimpse of Kobe Bryant's work ethic. Got a glimpse firsthand in the foxhole with Kobe for the first time in his life, and seeing the amount of preparation and his defensive intensity. And it was after that point where LeBron James came into the next season putting forth more of a defensive effort. But because before that, Kobe Bryant was a par to subpar defender on any given night. Par to subpar. He absolutely was. And that was one of the knocks on LeBron at the time. The knocks on LeBron at the time were not a great defender, not a good finisher, or / scared to take the big shots, scared to close out games, scared to go to the free throw line, which is still something that haunts him from time to time. And he could not really score from the perimeter with regularity. Those were the knocks on LeBron James. And the only knock on Kobe Bryant was that sometimes he was an unwilling passer. But everything else was a check mark for being Bryant. I'm just saying, man. Kobe Bryant went back to the finals in 2008, lost to the Celtics, went back to the finals in 2009, won a championship, beat the team that LeBron James lost to, Orlando Magic, in the conference finals. Kobe Bryant came back the next year with injuries going into the postseason, beat the Boston Celtics for his second straight championship, second back-to-back of his career, in a very tough Western Conference. And nobody, now at the time there was an argument. See, around 2008, 2009, around 2008-ish is when LeBron James, when he started playing better defense, started really getting pushed into the conversation with Kobe Bryant. Right? It was then the Kobe versus LeBron argument really started. But LeBron James was never really considered the consensus best player in the league, especially as Kobe Bryant was still winning championships, along with being arguably the best player in the league at the time. Am I crazy? Did we just forget that's when those Nike puppet commercials started popping up? The Kobe versus LeBron puppets? Because the hype was real. The arguments started having some validity, started having a little bit of weight. And both teams seemed like they were on a crash course to the NBA Finals. And we were going to get a Kobe versus LeBron NBA Finals. And the propaganda and advertisements were off the roof. We were all waiting for it. We knew it was going to happen. But LeBron failed to show up. He lost the Magic and he lost the Celtics. He failed to show up to meet Kobe at them finals. But Kobe took care of the business and beat the teams that LeBron lost to get his first two finals MVPs. Am I making this up, bro? And Kobe Bryant, all the way up until he tore his Achilles in 2013, was still arguably the best player in the league. His defense took a little bit of a step back, but he was still at least somewhere between 1 and 5 in most people's books. Actually, most people probably would have him somewhere between 1 and 3. But I'm being a little bit conservative, say 1 through 5. Even after LeBron went to Miami. Where is this coming from, man? And that's Draymond Green's opinion, and he has a right to his opinion. Now, if he would have said, LeBron James, in my opinion, was the best player from 2008 on, I wouldn't even give him, because I'd be like, okay, that's when the Kobe LeBron arguments really started picking up. So okay, yeah, you know what, I get it. But 2005, what? Really? 2005? Like Bean Bryant didn't exist. And you got some people that will even say, well, bro, from 2005, I still think Shaq was better. Some people might say 2005, I still think Tim Duncan was better. I still think Kevin Garnett was better. Hell, when Vince Carter went to the Nets, he was kicking up. He was kicking up as arguably the best small forward in the league. For at least 2 of those years, he was kicking up. In New Jersey with them Nets. You can go watch the highlights, man. Vince Carter was dominating. But I ain't gonna say it, but there's an argument to be made for VC at the small forward position. Bro. Like what are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? When did Draymond Green become such a LeBron James fanatic? Because it didn't always used to be like that, right? Especially when the Warriors were just coming on and facing Bron. But then all of a sudden, like over the last couple years, Draymond Green has been overly ecstatic about LeBron James. I've noticed this. real buddy with him. And it probably had to do when Draymond Green became affiliated with Clutch Sports. I'm pretty sure, hold on, let me check, because I'm pretty sure he is part of Clutch Sports. Let me check. Yeah, see, my suspicions were correct. Like I said, the last couple years I noticed that this LeBron James fascination with Draymond Green really started picking up. He became a Clutch client in 2019. In 2019. So he's in with the gang. He's in with the gang. What Kwame Brown say? The go along, get along gang. he's affiliated. He's associated. He's in that bronzexual circle where they're constantly pushing these false narratives around about LeBron James to prop him up. Which, here's my thing. Why is this necessary? No other player who's in these conversations for greatest of all time has needed to create false narratives, or their fan bases and the media has not needed to create these false narratives for them. But the fact that they feel the need to do this with LeBron James probably tells you everything you need to know about how they really feel about where he belongs in the pantheon. Because if they had as much confidence as you would think, they wouldn't need to make fake narratives. You can let LeBron James' legacy speak for itself. And me, LeBron James is not my favorite player, but I think LeBron James has done enough in this league where he doesn't need false narratives to be talked about with the pantheon of greats. Even for a consideration of greatest of all time, I don't think LeBron James needs false narratives spoken about him and about other players that people pit LeBron James against. It's not necessary. So why do bronzexuals feel it's necessary? Probably tells you a lot. That they feel the need to do this. Man, I keep it 100. I keep it a buck. If it's a player I don't like, if it's my favorite player of all time, if it's my favorite current player, whatever, don't matter who the player is, I keep it a buck. I keep it 100. This is what happened. These are the events. This is what the atmosphere was at the time. This is what was being talked about at the time. This is what was said at the time. But this revisionist history is mind-blowing. Nobody was saying LeBron was the best in 2005. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Come on, man. I don't know, man. I will never understand it. Draymond, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Because at one point, I thought when it comes to like what you were speaking, you know, years ago, I was like, oh, this guy, keep it funky. He keep it real. He ain't scared of LeBron James. A lot of people that go up against LeBron and they are enamored with his aura, and they really don't go at him like they should. You know, when you're seeing them head to head. And Draymond always felt like they didn't give a damn about who Braun was. Like he was gonna come in and do his dirty work and show him this is what my defense could do. I'm not saying he still doesn't do that now, but it really makes me wonder over the last couple of years how enamored he's been with him, man. If I played my favorite player of all time, if I was an NBA player, you know, especially when I get on the court, man, I ain't being jovial with you all on the court like recently Draymond did when they played the Lakers. Ain't none of that going on. I'm gonna treat you like you out to kill me, and I gotta defend myself and kill you. It's crazy, these false narratives, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. LeBron James, hell no, he was not the best player since 2005. From 2008 on up, you can make an argument, but I still don't think LeBron was the best player then, especially as being Bryant was the guy being pitted up against him, and Bean Bryant was still winning championships. Can't go there with you, bro. I can't. Sorry. Y'all let me know what you think about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you think was the best player in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. Let me know. We'd love to hear your opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Stay notified. And if you see a bronsexual, point them out. Appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.